Welcome to another Math Connect tutorial. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use the sine rule to calculate the length or the angle of a non-right angle triangle. The skills required for this lesson are that you know how to solve equations and that you are proficient in the use of a scientific calculator. When we have a non-right angle triangle, we can calculate the lengths of the sides or any of the angles by using the sine rule. The sine rule says that A on sine A is equal to B on sine B is equal to C on sine C. The lowercase a, b, and c represent the lengths of the triangle, while the uppercase a, b, and c represent the angles in the triangle. So let's apply this rule to an example. In this example, you're asked to find the length A when you've been given two angles and the length of one side. So let's plug in these numbers into the sine rule. We know that the length A over sine of 40 will be equal to the length AB, which is 10, over sine 60. We can now solve for the length A by multiplying both sides by sine 40. So when you multiply the left-hand side by sine 40, the sine 40 cancels out, so you have A. The right-hand side will be sine 40 multiplied by 10 over sine 60. And when you put that into the calculator, you get the length A is equal to approximately 7.4. So this is an example of when you're given two angles and one side and you've been asked to find the length of the other side. In this example, we've been given two sides and one angle, and we've been asked to calculate the other angle. So again, let's write down what we know about the sine rule. We know that 10 over sine theta is equal to 9 over sine 40. So if we're trying to solve for theta, let's start by inverting both fractions, and we get sine theta over 10 is equal to sine 40 over 9. We multiply both sides by 10, so we get sine theta is equal to 10 times sine 40 over 9. So we get sine theta is equal to 0.71. And to find theta, we do inverse sine of 0.71. And we get approximately 46 degrees. So there you have it, a quick little lesson on the sine rule. And here's a little pro tip. Tip number 1, always write down the rule. That way, it's always in front of you for reference. So whenever you get one of these type of questions, always A on sine A is equal to B on sine B is equal to C on sine C. Tip number 2, if you're asked to find the angle, you can always invert the sine rule just to make the calculations a little bit easier. So you could say sine A on A is equal to sine B on B is equal to sine C on C. And once again, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please support the channel by subscribing and spreading the word.